Thank you. Good morning. My name is Austin Petersen. I risked life and limb to come here today. I didn't want to miss this opportunity. Thank goodness I had a 4x4 and I was able to make it in because I just wanted the opportunity to address my public servants. It's nice to see you up there. I'm glad that you're all here serving me and the interests of all good Missourians. You know, I've lived all over Missouri. I was born in Independence, Missouri. I was raised on a horse farm in Peculiar. And I like to say that's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from a town called Liberty, which is what I'm all about and what I stand for. And this box of coffee that you can see right here in front of you is Benjamin Franklin. This is Franklin's Electric Elixir. You can see here it says made in Jefferson City. So I'm a taxpayer in Missouri, and I'm here to talk
sir,
to you.
Ask you to please not promote anything or props in general. On the way
Sure. Well, I'm a business owner here in Missouri. I pay taxes in Missouri. Right, I pay lots of taxes here in Missouri. I pay not just income taxes, right, and not just all the federal taxes, but I have to pay, workers' taxes as well. I have to pay workers' comp. So I pay one of the higher tax rates here in the state of Missouri. So I'm speaking not just for myself, but I'm speaking for my economic interest in the future of Missouri as someone who has lived here for a number of years and plans to. Just had our very first child here in the state of Missouri, and I hope to build a legacy for a greater Missouri for my family that I want to have live and grow up in Missouri just like I have. And I heard the arguments here earlier about, high tax states, low tax states, what states have done it, what states haven't done it. Tennessee's state, they don't have an income tax, but they have a higher sales tax. And I understand, that it's good to have precedent to look at and say, well, this state has done it, how have the results have been? But there are moral questions here. The question of whether or not an income tax itself is moral. I mean, consider the question of whenever someone wants to pass a cigarette tax, a vice tax, they say, well, it will help to reduce smoking. Well, if cigarette taxes are supposed to reduce smoking, what are income taxes supposed to reduce people from doing? Just a straight question. I think that Missouri could stand out and be better than other states, better than Tennessee, better than Florida, have incomes. I have been to Florida, and as beautiful as it is, my heart is always coming back to Missouri. I mean, I love to scuba dive, but you know where I got my license and certification? Right here in Missouri, in Rolla, in a dirty quarry, and I'm proud of it. I've got the certificate on my desk right here in Jefferson City, Missouri. I live, I make my money, and I pay my taxes, and I'm having a family, and I'm invested in the future of the state. So maybe we don't necessarily have to compare ourselves to other states like Tennessee or Florida or others, and maybe there really isn't a comparison, but what is it that makes Missouri unique, and what can we do to stand apart from other states that we can lead the way? And I really love what the administration is doing on the federal side of things, and if Missouri is a net tax taker on the federal side, right? That needs to be changed. Maybe there needs to be a Department of Government Efficiency here in Missouri. The question isn't replacing one tax with another, but the question is, can we replace the income tax with nothing? Right? Do we need those social services? No, I don't want social services to be provided by the government at all. Listen, I don't want anybody to be harmed by policies that could come out of the government, but I believe that far more people are harmed by the positive actions of government rather than the fact that they're not doing enough to help the orphans, to help the innocent children, to help people who are disabled on Medicare, on Medicaid. Right? Do I want those people to hurt? Absolutely not. But I don't think the government is the best tool to use to try and address societal concerns. And if there's a question about a social contract, there are esoteric questions here as well. I mean, do I have a deep moral belief that the income tax is immoral? Yes. Is it constitutional on the federal level? Yeah, it is constitutional. Just because something's constitutional doesn't make it moral. Just because something's legal doesn't make it moral, as Martin Luther King said. He says everything Hitler did in Germany was legal. So I'm morally opposed to the idea of an income tax. There are plenty of good economic arguments against it. I believe taxation is theft. If I'm not an anarchist, then how can I say, oh, well, taxation is theft? Well, that means all taxation is theft. Well, what it does is it raises a high bar for you, our public servants, to be able to spend our money. It says, if you're going to steal the bread, if you're going to march the battlements and steal the bread, there better be a good excuse. You better be starving, essentially, if you're going to reach your hand into my pocket and take it. And, are there inconsistencies on these sometimes? Are there challenging logical questions at play? Certainly there are. But I want Missouri to be competitive. I want to grow a business here. I want to grow a family here. And I want the future of Missouri to be bright and beautiful. And we certainly don't want to be like New Jersey. I lived in New Jersey for 3 months. I got out of New Jersey as quickly as possible. It is not a good place to raise a family. It is not a good place to take your children if you want them to be educated. So I think that this elitist mindset of, oh, it's good in New Jersey, they've got a great education system. Well, yeah, because a lot of those people are feds, a lot of those people are government employees. It's like the people in Northern Virginia. You know, these are people who, yeah, it's great if you're on the take, if you work for the taxpayer.
Can you please find a summary to try and
Sure.
wrap up and tie this up so we can continue
Sure,
moving forward?
absolutely. Right. My dreams are intertwined. My dreams and Missouri's future are intertwined. So I'll just say in conclusion, you know, I want to see a place where children can thrive, where liberty can thrive, where we can flourish without the burden of excessive taxation. I think that if we abolish the income tax, we take a dramatic step towards this vision, and that Missouri will become a beacon of liberty. Missouri is and should always be what Texas dreams of being. Texas wishes it was Missouri. We are the red state that Texas claims they are. We should stay that way. I'm from Missouri first. Let's make Missouri great again, and let's abolish the income tax. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Any questions for this witness?
Of course.
Senator Washington?
Hi, sir. Thank you for being here today. You said you live in Liberty?
No, I live in Jefferson City now.
Okay, but you used to live in Liberty?
No, I lived in Peculiar, Independence,
Well, I heard you say
Springfield.
Liberty. So
I said a hop, skip, and a jump from Liberty because that's what I'm all about, ma'am.
Okay. How'd you get here today?
Very carefully and slowly with a 4x4 Ford F-150.
You used I-70?
No, I came in.
Did you use our
50.
state roads?
I came in back roads, I came in through the back
Did you
roads.
use people's private roads, or did you use
I did
roads
use
that are
private roads.
maintained by the state?
Both.
Where does that money come from?
Which one? The private roads, because that's from me. But
There's no way to take private roads from. But you live here
I
in
would
Jeff
love-
City, but
if-
there's no way for you to
I
have
would
taken
love to
private
see.
roads to
I
come
would,
here.
and I would sell our public roads to
Sir,
Walt Disney
we
World
don't
in
have a whole
heartbeat.
lot of time, so
Brought to you by Nestle.
So,
Your roads. Sell them all, I say. Privatize
sir,
them.
did you take a public road to get here?
Unfortunately, yeah. If you put a gun to my head, I have to get here. I'm gonna.
Okay, how are those roads paid for, sir?
A gas tax that was just implemented by this legislature, 2 years ago?
And before that?
With general revenue, but I mean, it was coming. You know, MoDOT was allocating the funds that was appropriated to them by the legislature.
Okay, and do you use water here in Jeff City?
I mostly use private water. Actually, I drink a lot of private water in Jefferson
What's
City.
private
we are
water?
connected. Well, you get Nestle.
I'm Native American, so
Nestle.
private water. So you use private water to take your bath?
As much as possible. Yeah.
So you take bottles of water, you boil them and take a bath?
We are connected to the public.
Yes or
utilities.
no? Do you take bottles of water and boil them to take a bath?
Well, we actually.
Yes
for our
or no?
daughters- For me, no. My daughter, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Taxation, a cruel invasion, liberty suffocation, a quiet abrasion.